To get going Thursday and play, you already had that close scrimmage, but play a different team in front of fans.
I mean, definitely excited. It's been a long off season, just ready to get back out there and back on the floor.
Have you leaned out for muscle on, gain weight? What have you done? You look different.
I mean, yeah, I've definitely leaned out, cut down my body fat, gained weight. Yesterday I was at like 191, under 5% body fat, so feel good.
What were you when you got here?
Like 184, yeah.
And body fat?
Like 5.5.
You feel better?
I mean, I feel stronger, feel quicker. I think when you gain muscle, kind of adds in other areas.
Your game will be different in any way this year? Any aspect you've improved or added or anything like that?
I mean, I feel like I've improved in every aspect of my game, which is something that I try to do every offseason. Not just focus on one area, kind of try to do everything. I just think I'm a lot more confident. I think I've watched a lot of game film this offseason, so I feel like I have a better understanding of the game. And I'm just excited to see all my hard work pay off.
When you got your NBA evaluation back, did that change you in any way? Make you more aware of what you needed to focus on? Did it change anything you do?
It didn't really change anything I did. Every offseason is a big offseason for me, and I always try to take advantage of the time that we have. And I think this is my best offseason that I've ever had. It's been the longest time that I've had without having to play any games or anything like that. So I really took full advantage of it. And like I said, working on all aspects of my game on the floor as well as, in the weight room and my conditioning. So I feel like I'm prepared, I'm ready to play, and I'm excited.
You stayed up here in the off-season. Tell me about that and how much that helped, just being around all the guys.
I mean, it was great. I think it was great for our team chemistry. We stayed up here for 8 weeks, worked with Coach Shapiro and his strength plan, and really just got to hang out with the guys. We spent a lot of time together. Summer you only take a few classes, so we got a lot of time to spend with each other off the floor. And then on the floor, I feel like it just kind of kick-started, our development, and I think it showed so far in our preseason practices and stuff like that.
How do you feel like practices have been going over the last few weeks for you guys?
Practices have been going great. They've been highly competitive. But with that competitive, it hasn't caused any, division or anything like that. We compete for the 2 hours or however long that we're on the floor, and as soon as practice is over, we put our arms around each other and walk off. So it's been really fun, and I know everyone, going forward kind of has the same mindset. We're just, eager to get out there.
How much does it help you guys having Robert Upshaw this season, the big presence in the middle? You just talk about having him.
Yeah, I mean, it helps a lot. I don't think you can replace, a 7-footer with his athleticism and stuff like that. He'll have a big presence, obviously on both ends of the floor, but especially defensively, allowing us to pressure a little bit more, knowing we kind of have a safety net back there to protect the rim. So he'll definitely be huge for us this year.
Nigel, on the court last year, what's your biggest takeaway that you brought with you this year, just in terms of what you learned in the first year?
I mean, I learned a lot. Like I said, when I was watching film, I watched a lot of, time and score situations, kind of the difference of, being at home, being on the road, things you got to do differently. Like I said, just time management, everything like that. Kind of the small aspects that kind of go unnoticed, but is really key, especially as a point guard, to really have a good grasp on. So I feel like I've learned a lot, and again, I'm just excited.
Talk about your partnership with Andrew and how that's kind of blossomed over the last year.
I mean, it started last year when I got here. We played in the backcourt together last year, so we have a year under our belt of playing with one another. And then us staying up here 8 weeks, was just even added time. And I feel like me and Andrew have a really good gauge on how how to play off each other. And I know what he likes to do well. He knows what I like to do. And I think it should be, really good for us playing together.
When you found out that you guys were going to be co-captains, did you feel like that was just a good fit for this year?
I mean, yeah. That was Coach's decision. Coach just kind of came to us and, labeled us as captains. And, I think that we definitely embraced the challenge and the responsibility that goes along with it. And, it's going to be a long season, and we know that we have a lot of adversity that we may face. And so we're just trying to get as prepared as possible to cover all our bases.
Have you seen a change in Mike Anderson's game now that he's sort of playing his more natural positioning?
Yeah, I think you just see him more comfortable out there. Like you just touched on it. He's playing in his natural position, the position that he was recruited and has played, all his life. So I think you'll just see just a much more confident, natural player in Mike Anderson this year.
You talked about the chemistry with you and Andrew a little bit. At times last year, it just seemed like you guys kind of maybe struggled with chemistry a little bit. You being the new guy and being a little bit more of a veteran. And you guys kind of figured out, each other's roles. And how is the chemistry between you and Andrew?
What do you mean by struggle? How?
Just, it's hard to describe, when you see it. But just, are you guys playing better together?
I mean,
have you figured out his game more, his personality?
like I said, we played for each other with, we've been playing with each other our whole lives. Like, my first AU team I ever played on was with Andrew since the 3rd grade. So, me and Andrew have been playing together. We know how to play off each other. Like I said, this offseason was only, extra time that we spent. We have a year on our belts in college. And I think, obviously time helps with chemistry in any situation, whether it's already good, whether it's bad. Time is only going to improve it. So, we're looking forward to the season and getting going.
Coach said you guys are going to be tougher this year.
I agree. I think that's been a theme of our preseason practices is just compete, and it's one of the main goals of our season is to never be out-competed, and we've kind of had that mindset every practice.
What are you hoping to get out of this game tomorrow? What do you want to see?
Like I said, our goal is to never be out-competed. Our goal is to try to reach our potential. So tomorrow, we just want to come out and for 40 minutes play as hard as we can play the right way, play the way we've been practicing. And, for us, whether it's an exhibition game or a real game, it's a real game. It's 40 minutes, it's rest, it's fans. So we're going to go out there and give it our all.
Does this feel a little different than last year to you, Nigel?
Just the vibe and energy is just, and the competitiveness is just higher. I think you have a lot of guys on the team last year that we didn't accomplish what we wanted to accomplish, and a lot of those guys are back this year that are going to play big roles. And so we've kind of carried over kind of the disappointment from last year and just let it fuel us this offseason. And I think it's carried over, in our commitment and how hard we've been working. And it just makes everything, so much more exciting when you've kind of faced adversity and now you kind of want to get over the hump and move forward.
2 more for Nigel.
Do you think that guys know what their roles are right now, or is that something that will just sort of take some time here?
Roles change, throughout the season. People's roles may be different at the start of the season than at the end of the season. It could be, roles were different 3 weeks ago than they are now. So roles are kind of always changing, but I think, guys know what Coach, wants from all of us. And, we know what he's preaching. We know what we got to do to be on the floor. And, that stuff kind of take care of itself, especially with the way our offense is set up. It's very free-flowing. Everyone's getting touches and stuff like that. So I think that'll kind of take care of itself.
With the bigs, how much does that change your game? Last year Sean, was out quite a bit. Gennard was hurt. You didn't have Robert. How much does that impact your game, not only from shooting outside, but does it make it more difficult for you to drive the lane when you've got those trees in there?
Yeah, definitely. All the bigs this year are healthy. Rob, Gennard, Sean, G, all of them are healthy and improved from last year. And when you have big guys that can finish, kind of makes it tough for the defensive big man because they don't know whether to step up and stop the guard who's penetrated or stay back and defend their man. So it's kind of, pick your poison type of situation that it puts the defense in. So I think that'll be an improved aspect of our team is our inside presence.
Are you going to need to drive to the hole as much with those guys in there?
Our offense is, trying to get to the basket, trying to attack, put pressure on the defense. It's no secret one of our, strengths is our guard play. We're all really good at getting to the basket, so we're going to try to do that as much as possible.